What's going on YouTube and Diablo 2 Resurrected fans? I've got a little update here on my Tesladin, my dual dream Paladin, and basically I wanted to trade my Archon Plate Enigma for a Mage Plate Enigma, and everything spiraled out of control from there. I did a thing. I was bored and I decided to trade my Archon Plate Enigma because no one wanted to trade a Mage Plate Enigma with me because I wanted more bite and less strength requirement. So I bought two Annihilus Charms unidentified. The person also added two ums and a mull on top of the deal, so I traded my Archon Plate. And with that, I identified the two Annihilus Charms. The first one I identified was quite disappointing. It was a 17 to all stats, 11 to all resistances, and 8% experience gained. And I thought, okay, I just traded my Enigma, and now I've got this. So I decided to then identify the second Annihilus Charm, and that rolled pretty well. That rolled a 16 all stats and 18 all res and 10% experience gained. So that rolled pretty nicely, and I thought, okay, well, I really still want this Mage Plate Enigma. So I started trading those off, and it was a lot of trading to get back to the point that I could get an Enigma. I traded the good Annihilus Charm for a Bear Rune, a Gull, and a Mull. And then I traded the lesser Annihilus Charm for 17 Ists. Now, I had the Bear Rune, so now I needed to get the Jar Rune. So I traded the 17 Ists for an ohm and a low, and traded a couple other things and got some more ists, and I finally got a Jar Rune, so that means I can roll my Enigma. And I also managed to, with the leftover change from that whole trading, I managed to get myself a Paladin torch. So I got a 1911 Paladin torch, not the greatest at all, but it was for a good price, and it was extra profit I made off of the trade. And I also managed to pick myself up a 261 defense Mage Plate, which is the highest defense that a Mage Plate can roll, and that has 3 open sockets for me to roll my Enigma in. And basically now, I'm gonna roll this in Enigma in this perfect Mage Plate, and let's see if we get a perfect roll on that Enigma. But just before we do that, one thing I wanted to note was I was running around using a duress that I had just in the meanwhile while I was trying to get an Enigma again, and using the skill charge to get around instead of teleporting with Enigma. And although it worked fine, like, having Enigma is all the world of difference with that teleport. Like, I think it's the only armor in the slot for Tesladin and for Dual Dream Paladin. And I just had to have Enigma again. Like, I thought I could run around with a duress or even maybe get a fortitude or something, but no, Enigma is where it's at, and that's what you want on this character, in my opinion. For any PVM build, that teleport is nothing can compare. It's invaluable, that teleport's where it's at. So the other thing as well, if I just zoom in on the character here, a great hauberk or breastplate looking armor, it looks alright, but it does not at all compare to what that looks like on the Paladin. I think that is the perfect look. So without further ado, let's see if we get a perfectly rolled defense, perfect Mage Plate Enigma. So one of the reasons I didn't go with a superior one is because the repair cost is astronomical when it's superior. So I went with the best rolled defense non-superior Mage Plate. I'll never go with a superior one again, because that slight bump in defense is not at all worth the repair costs that you pay. It's really, the scale of it doesn't equate. So we have here our jar rune, our it rune, and our bear rune, and we have our 3-socketed mage plate. So in Enigma, the only roll that can differ is the defense, and it can roll from 750 to 775. And this is our perfect mage plate base. Here our perfect rune set. So let's see if we get that perfect roll in our Enigma. So jar rune first in our mage plate. 3 seconds, just checking it. Jar rune, it rune, and our final bear rune. Let's see what we get, guys. 750 defense. So instead of getting the perfect roll, we got the perfectly imperfect roll on our perfect Mage Plate Enigma. We got 750 defense. Not sad in any way, that's 25 defense I'm missing. It makes no difference whatsoever. But with that in mind, I've got Enigma again. I'm very happy. You know, whatever, the defense didn't roll as great as it could. The base was good, so I've still got over 1,000 defense on it. And yeah, that just seems to be my luck, never getting that perfect roll. I did get a perfect spirit on the first try, spirit monarch this season in Diablo 2 Resurrected, but other than that, no perfect rolls for me, unfortunately. I've got another mage plate with 3 sockets with 260 defense here, so it's just one off of perfect. But at least my character is looking cool once again, and I have Enigma once again, so I can pump a bit more stats into vitality instead of strength. And yeah, now I get that invaluable teleport again with my Tesladin. So basically, for that Archon Plate Enigma and all the trading and back and forth, I got myself a Mage Plate Enigma, and I got myself a Hellfire Torch. So that's just a little update there on the Tesladin. And I was running with the Crescent Moon for a while. It's a very nice weapon to use, a cheap alternative to use for the Tesladin. I might use my Oath in a Berserker Axe again, give that a try. And next up is me finding a low rune so we can roll a Grief. So I will keep you updated and keep you posted, and we'll see how that one rolls together. Until then, have fun, and we'll see you again soon with some more content. Cheers.